welcome to Pick a Pile. Which pile are you going to choose? We're going to choose 1, 2 or 3. Pause this video and keep a check on them. So it's 1 here, 2 and 3, and I come back. So if you chose pile 1, here is your reading. Okay, put that one there. Okay, now remember, this is about love and love matters and what is and is not around you in love at the moment and the reasons why. Okay, so there is a sense of being tired, not giving to yourself enough. That's the overall feeling I'm getting at this moment. It feels like there's something blocking you, something stopping you from getting what you want. It could be could be children, like you have children and you're a single parent and you want more. Or it could be that, you know, just could be anything that is like that kind of thing, you know, children, you put something else first. Now I do get a feeling of this is kind of showing you that there is something affecting your love life that is an external force in a way. It doesn't necessarily have to be children. It could be simply that you are not ready for love or what have you. But I feel like there's a lot of feels like there's blockages around this, and I want to say that I don't feel that it's you. I feel that this is something else. So it could even be that it's health matters or something like, you know, along these lines. I do feel that there is something going on and rejuvenating your body. It may mean that you're very tired, very kind of at your limit at this time, so you're not quite ready for embracing love matters, as much as that's annoying for you. Maybe you're just simply keeping yourself out of love. Maybe you're not ready to go into love at this time. I just feel that there's a hesitancy around this. Maybe you're making children or that external factor an excuse not to find love, but you want love. It's just like fear is holding you back. Whatever the reason that is holding you back at this moment, I feel like you need to address this. I feel like this has been brought to your attention so you can address this, okay? It feels like, I want to say this is a butterfly, and for me, butterflies are about transformation, transition from one stage to the next stage. And it says your relationships are evolving, okay? You are in this kind of nesting phase of growing, of nurturing, of even healing old wounds. Maybe this is what it is, but I feel that this is, if it's not children, then it might be work, or it might be health, or there is something holding you back. Now, the questions you need to ask yourself at this time is, are you holding yourself back because of fear of being hurt? Are you holding yourself back because of you're just not ready for it yet? You've overcome a lot, but you're not ready. You're just looking, you're on the lookout. It's like you've kind of had the sneak peeks at the dating sites, but you've not dipped your toe in, kind of thing, and then you step back out again. I feel this around this reading as well. This particular reading lets me know that you're half in, half out, not completely committed to the idea of it all. It's like your heart wants the idea, your heart wants to be invested in love, but for some reason you are kind of, I'm not quite committed to it. You're not aligned with it at this moment. And I feel this. I feel that this issue here, whether it's children, whatever it is that's your issue here, is your excuse, is your perfect excuse. It could be that you are very, very tired. It could be that you're mentally tired and everything like this. But I feel that if you really wanted it, that would not be an excuse. Okay, so I'm being shown that there is some healing or inner growth going on, and this is, you are transforming, you are shifting, you are changing, but you're not doing it fast enough in some ways. Maybe your heart wants to go faster, but your mind's going, whoa, come back a bit, I'm not quite ready, I'm not quite there. And it feels like one part of you's overtaking the other part. So kind of bring them back into alignment a little bit, and you'll find that love matters will really take a shift. They will get in better for you. I feel like the door is opening. It's like a jar for you, and what Spirit is showing me right now is because it's there, you can hear the noises, you can hear the party going on inside, and it's like curiosity is killing this cat. But for some reason I'm getting common sense is reeling you back in, like, we shouldn't be going this, we shouldn't be doing this, let's not. And I feel this around you, and I want to say, if you want to go ahead full force right now, it's nothing going to hurt you, and I feel like you're going to attract the love you want. But if you don't, that's fine as well. because you're just not ready for, and you will not attract what you want. You will attract what you think you need, and it may not boil down to being what you need. Okay, so what I'm being shown here by the fairies, this is abundance here. You're preparing yourself for becoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have. Okay, so this card is saying to you, there are mental blocks here, there are mental excuses here. Release them, let them go, because there is something better for you coming. Being made aware of the victory crown, I don't know what it's called, wreath or what have you, around her head here, and I feel that this is coming for you. You will overcome this when you are ready, not when someone pushes you. Maybe someone from the outside is pushing you and so you're pushing back. Whatever the cause, whatever the reason, you have been drawn to this one for this guidance, for this explanation of why you're feeling the way you are. And I want to say you should validate your feelings, you should be okay with it, but I don't feel that you should use excuses to kind of give you that validation. I just feel like you want to dip your toe in, but you're not quite there yet, but you're not far from it either, because there's abundance coming, things are getting that way. But stop the mental blocks from coming, because I'm being shown union, happiness and fun. There's a lot of fun coming around, you know, for you, and I feel like just lift away from something and you'll feel so much happier, feel so much fun. And I get the feeling that this is quite a positive reading in a way. It's kind of allowing you to be you, allowing yourself to heal, but also allowing yourself to grow as well, to manifest the love you want, to manifest the abundance of love and happiness that's around you. And once you do, I feel like you're going to get rewarded for it. I do feel love is coming for you, but you just need to come out of this I've got my children, I can't have love phase, or I've got my job, I can't have love, or I'm doing this and I can't have love, and I'm doing that and I can't have love. Stop hiding behind that and ask yourself, really, I am ready for love, I am getting an alignment for love and I want it, and it's yours. Okay, that's what I'm being shown for you this week, so I hope you understand that. Much love to you. Bye. If you chose the love pile for for your love message this week, sorry, I was doing timestamps. If you've chosen number 2 here, then this is what Spirit have got for you. Okay, free yourself from pain, forgiving and learning. Divination, protect yourself, and go with a snake. Okay, let's see what this means. Let's see what this gives you. Okay, now these 2 cards, let me put this out of the way for a minute. These 2 cards speak to me about there is an ongoing issue, an ongoing saga in your life. I feel like maybe there's too much anger about or hurt about for you to actually open yourself up to new love right now. You're not quite ready for it, and that's good, that's okay, because I feel like there are factors in your life are working okay for you. But what I want to say for this one is, I feel like don't allow the past experiences, don't allow the past hurts to really take with you. I don't want to see them coming up in a few months down the line saying you still need to do this, you still need to rectify this, and I feel like you don't want to have this in the future. I feel at the moment the hurts may be too recent, too fresh, too raw, but I feel like you should address them. It's starting to heal, it's starting to forgive, and you don't have to forget, but the person you need to forgive is, maybe that person you need to forgive is to let yourself move on. Not because you actually forgive them, but because you know that you need to move on, so you need to forgive them. Just so you give yourself that peace, so you relieve yourself from that pain, so you can just turn around and say, I'm doing this for me, I'm not doing this for you, I need to do this for me. And I want to put yourself first in this, okay? First for the forgiveness, first for relieving yourself from pain. Because forgiveness and pain do work together, especially with love matters. So if somebody hurt you, they are no longer part of your life. And if they are, they don't play a big role. They play a big as role as you would like them to. Okay, so if they are like, if you split up from a person and you've got a relationship with them and you've got children, then just think about the children. You can put a boundary in between yourself and them, even if they're the ones that have hurt you. But you need to forgive them, because otherwise you cannot move on, and you want to move out of this state. You want to find yourself new love. You want to find yourself new happiness, and you just want to find yourself at peace. And you can't do this until you've learned to do this, okay? So I'll read you what the card says, and it says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments, because you're releasing, you're making space for new love to form, to take shape, for new people to be drawn to you, to bring yourself in. And it might take ages before you're ready, but that's fine, because you're still working on yourself. As long as you're working on yourself and learning how to forgive and heal, then we are on the right path. It's if you stagnate, if you don't change, then we're not on the right path. Then we have issues. But I feel that you are allowing yourself, give your self permission to forgive and love again, okay? Know that it's okay to do this. One bad incident doesn't shape your future. One bad incident doesn't stop your soulmate from coming. It just gives you that knowledge, that learning. So you've learned your lessons of what you don't want, of who you don't want. So, you know, this is a really good lesson for yourself, okay? Because you know what you accept and what you won't accept anymore. You've learned your lessons from this relationship. Now, I want to ask you, do you want to take bitterness with you? Because if you take bitterness with you, who's that really hurting? They don't care that you're bitter because they've moved on. So who is that really hurting? And the answer is you. It's hurting you. So learn to forgive, learn to move on, and learn your lessons of what you don't want. Then you'll be left with what you do want, and you'll find a perfect fit easier and quicker. So let's move on. So we've got divination. Embrace the powers of divination, which you are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. So after we've learned to forgive ourselves, after we've learned to move on, we are seeing things as we would like them to be, as crystal clear as they can be. You're getting answers and you can see right through the situation. It is very clear to you what you need to do and what is the new path that needs to happen. And I do see this a new beginning, a new dawning, a new chapter coming for you, especially with love. But I also want to say to you, be careful that you don't build walls up. Okay, so this card should really go here. Be careful that you don't build the walls up, because once you start building walls of your security, of keeping yourself out of love, it's really difficult to bring these walls down, to allow people in, to allow people to love you. You may even have met your perfect person, but because the walls are so high, you can't see above those walls and they can't see in, so they can't see the perfect person that is meant for them, because you're protecting yourself from the healing. But I feel like you need to open up this healing and look at it to move on and to see your path as crystal clear as possible. And then we've got girl with a snake. Okay, so let me have a look at this. Okay, this one is setting boundaries. Someone has hurt you. It doesn't necessarily need to be a girl, but someone has hurt you in the past. And like, you've been bitten by this snake. You've been bitten by this narcissist. You've been bitten by somebody who's really, really not been happy with you. And you have been hurt and you've come off the worst. But even with snake bites, you can heal. There is the right antidote for it. There is there for you. So know that... I want to say, know that you are healing, know that you are loved, know that someone is there for you, because I sense this, I feel this for you. I feel that there's a lot of energy here that is going to open new doors here, and you are going to find the new path very, very soon. It's there for you. You just have to hope and wish and let go of this upset and lower your boundaries and lower your defences, because not everyone is out to hurt you. That person who did hurt you maybe didn't even set out to hurt you. Things just go bad, you know. Things just go bad if they're not looked after. I was just shown a bottle of milk actually by Spirit, and if it's not put back in the fridge, it's going to go sour. And that's what it is. If it's not looked after, if it's not cared for, it's going to go sour. So basically, the relationship was going to go sour because maybe both of you decided this wasn't working and you didn't want to be part of it anymore. Or somebody done a snakish thing and cheated or what have you. Whatever the situation was, it was enough to hurt you. It was enough to validate your hurt. You don't have to justify your hurts to anybody. They're your hurts. They're very, very personal. But you do need to learn to learn from your lessons and move on. You do need this as much as you need your next breath, because if you don't, you'll be stuck behind walls that you can't escape, and you will miss out on opportunities that were being presented to you because of this. But you want to be able to see clearly the path ahead, free of hurt, free of upset, and know that you can open up and choose somebody who's perfectly nice for you and well suited for you. I hope this resonates with you, lovelies. Thank you so much. If you chose pile 3, here is your love message today. Let's see. Wow. Well, this is really good. Okay, let me just sort this out. Let me just gather a second before we sort this out. Right, let me have a look. Okay. What I'm getting here. Yeah, okay, that makes sense to me now. Okie dokies. Right, what I'm getting here is, first off, this is being attracted to me, and it says stop the pattern. Okay, stop the pattern. And this kind of is saying the same as well. It's like stop the pattern because you're missing out on something. There is something very, very good coming for you, but we need to stop the pattern here. We've got mental clarity. Both these cards are associating with the brain or the mind, and we have maybe abandonment issues or what have you. Whatever it is, we need to stop this. We need to stop going around and round and round in circles, because why I'm saying this is there is an exit point here for you, that you can exit this tricky in your mind situation, this going over, will I find love, how am I going to do this, but I feel like you're repeating the same things. So you're repeating the same, bringing in the same people that you don't want, and everything is repeating over and over again. So now we need to stop the pattern. We need to break ourselves away from a situation, just cut ourselves off for it, because it's really not suiting us anymore, and it's time to end this. And you have the key to do this. You have the right tools to do this. This is all within you to make the changes complete, because you're very close to a new cycle. You're very close to something new and exciting and happy and fulfilling in your love. But for some reason, you could even possibly be in a love relationship that you're going over and over, repeating the same things over and over again. So stop it. That's what the guys have got for you today, is stop this repeating behaviour, because it's not getting you anywhere and it's just causing you to repeat the same things. So now we're going to stop this. And how we stop this? We stop this by being honest with ourselves. We stop this by being very truthful with what we want, who we want, how we want it. Okay? And if something in your life does not suit what we want, how we want, when, then we walk away. Okay, because it's obviously not meant for you. You're banging on the wrong door here, so you need to change this. You need to stop, think, and walk away if it's not working for you. And how long you've been doing this for, because I feel that some of you have been trying and trying and trying for so long, and you're doing the same things over and over again. And this could even be with a new person, and you're repeating the same mistakes. So stop. Just stop. Stop dead and think about your situation. Why do you keep making mistakes? Why do you feel the need to keep making these mistakes? What do you hope to get out of it? You cannot keep banging your head against a brick wall and expect that brick wall to crumble, because it's just not going to do. The only thing that's going to hurt is you. So what I'm being shown here is, if you're in a relationship that's not working, maybe it's time to think about breaking up. Maybe it's time to have a separation, just to think about the situation, get clarity on this, just to break that cycle, because I feel the cycle is going round and round and round, and you kind of need time to breathe. And I feel this. Okay, so what I'm getting here is, I feel like you're all up in the clouds, up in your head, and I do see that you are looking ahead for something more. Especially if you're single, you're looking ahead for something more. But I feel like some of you are also very frightened of making the same mistakes again. But if that fear is there, and if you acknowledge that fear, you won't be making the same mistakes. You won't do it, because you just won't. It just won't happen. But what I have here is, if you are in a relationship, it's time to kind of be honest with how you feel. And you never know, that the person may have been building barriers up because they've seen that you're building barriers up, and it's tit for tat, and you know, that kind of thing. And it may be enough to kind of give you that space to rectify the relationship, to build back in that and give yourself hope with this. Okay, we have a rainbow here, and we have peace. So I feel like if you are honest about your situation, what's bothering you, what's upsetting you, I feel that you're opening up, and you will have peace in this situation, because you've given yourself hope, because you've given the other person hope. You've given them hope to know. Because what I find with a lot of people I read for, and a lot of love relationships, is I find that when a relationship breaks down and there's no cheating involved or there's nothing involved, it's just hurt and misunderstandings. For the most part, it's because people they close themselves off because they don't understand the situation. So they start going in protective mode. And then the other person sees that they're going in protective mode. So the other person goes in protective mode too. Then you're left with a no man's land. And nobody will step upon this land because we are frightened of being the first one to be humiliated or being the first one to make the first move just in case. But I feel in this particular situation, I feel that if you expressed how you truly felt and really opened up those walls, I feel that on being shown you've got nothing left to lose at this point and so much more to gain. So much more to gain. Because I feel that once you open up and lower those boundaries and sort of like speak your truth and say, I still love you, where do we go from here? And I know you still love me, or do you still love me? And even if they don't, then you can still go on from there, because then that will give you what you need to know. That will stop this kind of going round and round and round situation. And we have hope here. We have hope, and I'll read the card is hope is always there, even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. So I feel that there's peace and there's hope around you. And I feel like there's a lot of healing to be done at this as well. But one of you's got to make the first move, and your angels and your guides are suggesting it may be you. Someone's got to break the stalemate. Is losing pride for 2 seconds worth losing your relationship and the person that you truly love? Is it worth it? And I feel like you need to ask yourself some tough love questions. Where do you want the relationship going? You may not even be on the same page, but you do have to break the stalemate. You do have to move on from this, and I feel that the change is imminent here. I don't feel that you'll come out bad about this. I feel like you will find happiness, and I feel that you'll find joy, because I'm being really made clear of this rainbow here, and rainbows to me are so happy, so beautiful, so loving. And also the dove here, the peace signal. So I do feel for you, there is so much love, so much happiness here. It's there for the taking. Just lower your defences. It doesn't matter who's right or who's wrong at this stage. You'll both be wrong if you carry on the way you are. Okay? Because you'll both lose out. And maybe you're thinking, oh, but I'm always doing this. I'm always being the one to do this. And I have done the olive branch, and I have done this. But the question is, have you done it with the right intentions? Have you done it because you want to just get over this, but you'll carry on repeating the same cycles? So I feel that the issue needs to be, why are you repeating the same things? Why are the same things happening? And even if it's not you and it's them, maybe it's time to ask them and say, look, why are we keeping on doing this? Do we love each other? And it's time to have that honest, open conversation. And it's painful and it's raw and it's really, really hard. But if you love that person, you want to stay with them, is it worth the pride? I don't feel it is. I feel that you'll get more out of it if you're opening up and asking true questions here. Right, my darlings, thank you so much for being here. If you've liked any of these readings, please leave a comment and let me know. And also subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Bye.